All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a huge shift in how we need to think about AI adoption. See, it's not really about the tools you buy. It's all about the team you already have. Your team isn't just using the system, they are the system.
So I'm guessing you're thinking about bringing AI into your organization. It's a massive step, right? But where do you even start? What's that very first move you should make?
Well, before you even glance at a single piece of software, we really need to talk. Because the truth is, most leaders kick off this whole journey with a fundamental and honestly a pretty dangerous misconception.
Okay, let's break this down. Section 1, the misconception. We're all so used to talking about our people as resources, right? Headcount, capacity, labor, it's just standard business speak. But here's the thing. In a world powered by AI, that way of thinking isn't just old-fashioned. It's actively risky.
In that risk, well, that brings us straight to our second point, what I like to call the great amplification effect. You have to get this core idea. AI doesn't fix a broken or a confused system. Nope, it just makes that system louder and a whole lot faster.
This quote just nails it perfectly. Automation does not create clarity. It makes whatever already exists louder. Just think of AI as a giant megaphone. It takes all the good stuff, all the bad stuff, and all the chaotic stuff happening in your team, and it broadcasts it at machine speed.
And check this out. This reveals a kind of hidden feedback loop that most leaders just completely miss. The emotional state of your team directly, and I mean directly, shapes your customer's experience. Look at the chart. If your team is uncertain, the system you build acts inconsistently, and your customer feels confusion. If your team is overloaded, the system is chaotic and the customer gets frustrated. But if your team is grounded, the system becomes trustworthy and the customer feels confidence. AI takes this stuff, this human emotional stuff, and it hard codes it into your operations.
So the point you absolutely have to hear is this. If the team is confused, AI will scale that confusion faster than any human ever could. It doesn't solve ambiguity, it puts it on steroids. And this is exactly why we can't just ignore the human element anymore.
Which, you guessed it, brings us to the most important part of this whole conversation. Your team is a living system. Now listen, this isn't just some feel-good motivational phrase. It's a fundamental change in perspective that is absolutely essential if you want to succeed with AI.
And this table just lays it out so clearly. The old view, it sees people as resources, just headcount, a backdrop for the shiny new automation. But the new view, the one we need, understands that your people are the living system. They're the medium for intelligence. They are the actual soil, the substrate that the AI learns from. Every single assumption, every quiet frustration, it all becomes training data.
So if your team is the system, what's the user interface? Well, that brings us to our next section. The real interface for your AI isn't the login screen, it's your company's culture.
I absolutely love this quote. Culture is not a soft variable in automation, it is the operating system. Culture isn't some fluffy, nice-to-have thing, it's the foundational layer that everything else runs on. You could have the most advanced AI on the planet, but if the operating system is buggy, the whole thing is going to crash.
And what does this operating system control? Oh, just everything that actually matters. Your culture determines how you handle weird exceptions. It decides whether your people feel safe enough to stick their hand up and flag an error, or if they'll just quietly ignore an AI hallucination. It's the difference between blindly trusting an output and critically reviewing it. At the end of the day, your culture decides whether learning compounds or if it just collapses.
And the consequence here is just unavoidable. If the culture running underneath your shiny new AI tool is brittle or defensive or just flat out exhausted, guess what? The output from that tool will be brittle, defensive, and exhausted too.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and yeah, the stakes are really high. But there is a clear path forward, and that brings us to our final section, the path to coherence.
This whole journey starts with a massive shift in the questions that leaders are asking. We have to stop asking the old question, how do we use AI to make people faster? And we have to start asking the new, much more important question. How do we design environments where people can stay coherent as the speed keeps increasing? See, it's not about raw speed, it's about sustainable, coherent performance.
So how do you actually do that? Well, it starts by asking 5 really crucial organizing questions. Number 1, what emotional state is the team really in? 2, where is confusion just being normalized, accepted as the way things are? 3, what critical knowledge only lives inside people's heads right now? 4, what behaviors is the machine going to inherit today, as is?
And finally, the big one. What must be stabilized before you even think about automating anything?
The answers to these questions, they're everything. They are literally the fork in the road. They will determine whether AI becomes a coherence amplifier for your team, making everyone smarter and more effective, or if it becomes a collapse accelerator, pushing an already stressed system right into burnout.
And this is exactly why your first step isn't buying software. It's diagnosis. You need a way to figure out what your real challenge is before a machine gets involved. Is your problem really technological, or is it actually cultural, emotional, or structural? You have to know what you're actually solving for.
Because once that machine shows up, whatever it inherits becomes so much harder to fix. You aren't just installing a tool, you are plugging an AI into a living, breathing system that will teach it how to behave. So if you remember one thing today, please let it be this. Stabilize your human system first before you automate it. If this idea is hitting home and you want to make sure AI amplifies your team's best qualities, not their worst, then we invite you to book an orientation call.